here we have another modern house. This one is actually pretty tall and it's made mainly out of wood, white concrete and a little bit of glass panes. So grab those materials, you'll be good to go, and let's get straight in. So since this modern house is relatively easy to build, all we want to do, we want to start with our white concrete and we want to build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we want to build across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then what we want to do is you want to build across once again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now what we want to do is you want to build all the way across back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then now we should bring this down to the ground 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we should have this sort of build. Now what we want to do is we want to build up this wall along here. So join this up, then build along here, filling in this area. Then the next thing for us to do is to fill in this area. Now that that is done, the next step for us to do is for us to add the bottom area. So since it's a kind of weird house, what we need to do is we need to start here, and then we are going to use our wood and we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Then we're going to build this all the way to the top. As you guys can see, that's how it should look. Then we're going to go inwards. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, as you guys can see. And then what we're going to do is after we did that, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then we're going to build this up now. And then we're going to build this up too. So if you've done that correctly, you should have a 1 block gap right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this wall and we're going to build this right to here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to build this down as well. Next step for us to do is to add a wall along the back here of wood. And now that is done, you guys can see that this is the bottom structure so far. Now that that is done, what we want to do is we want to do this porch area down here. So for the porch area, we're going to use ourselves some white quartz. So in this area here, we just want to fill in white quartz. So we want to count all the way along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then fill it in this area. Like that. As you guys can see, that is how that should look. Next step for us to do now is for us to add a pillar of wood coming down like that. And then what we want to do is we want to get ourselves some quartz stairs. And then what we want to do along the edge here is we want to add some quartz stairs like that, as you can see. And then of course, along this side, we want to also add some quartz stairs. So now, as you guys can see, that's an easy entrance to have. Then along the right side here, we're going to add ourselves some of the glass, not glass, the grass, the jungle leaves. There we go. Along here. And let me just change my settings so that doesn't happen. So yeah, now you can see that the grass is clear. And then along the edge side right here, we're going to also add some grass all the way along the edge there, just like that. Now the next step for us to do is for us to add ourselves the level 2. So for level 2, what we're going to do is we are going to add ourselves the 2 parts of the roof. So for the 2 parts of the roof, there's one part over here and there's another part over here. we're going to add the tallest part first because it makes the build a lot easier. So we're going to start in this corner right here, and we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that, as you guys can see. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, let's start again. We're going to take this across 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then now we need to build all of this and all of that to the same height as that block right there. As you guys can see, now that is done, we're going to have to add a roof area in this bit. We're going to do that now. So all we need to do is in this area here, we want to start here and we want to extend the blocks out until it reaches here. Do it again, and then we're going to keep doing this until we go to the end, like this, and then like this. As you guys can see, that is the roof area there. The next step for us to do now is for us to, of course, add the walls on this bit. So if we start along the top and then we place wood here with a 1 block gap, and then we go around here, and then all I need to do is I need to add some wood and build it all the way down like this, and then I just have to fill in these walls. So as you guys do now is for us to, next step for us, as you guys can see, is 1, 2, 3. Then on this block right here, we're going to place the white block, which is the white concrete. Then what we want to do is you want to count across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we want to build across here 1, 2, 3, 4. And then along the back here as well. And then we want to fill in this area. So we added a roof here, as you guys can see, a very small roof. And then along the edges of this, we want to just place ourselves some wood. So we count in 1wards, and then we place wood along here, along the edge, and then along the edge here. And then along the back, we place the whole layer of wood like that. And then we place wood here, and we place wood along here. So just like that, as you guys can see. So the next step for us to do now, since the entire structure of the house is actually built, what we need to do is we need to add windows, and we need to add doors, and we need to add stairs. So what we need to do now is, as you guys can see, when we come down here, we want to knock out a space for the door. So we want to knock out a 1 block space like that and place the door right here. Of course, as you guys can see, we're going to need to add some flooring and some lighting. So I'm going to add some glowstone myself there. But before we go in and add the flooring, we're going to add the windows. So as you guys can see right here, I'm going to knock out 1 and 2 and I'm place some glasses here. Then on the right hand side here, I'm going to knock out 1, 2, 3, 4, place some glass here. Along here, I'm going to knock out 2, place 2. And along here, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to place glass here. And then also, as you guys can see in here, I'm going to place some glasses here, as you guys can see. And then I'm going to knock out 2, 1, 2, place some glass. Then of course, if we get to this stage right here, we're going to knock out 1, 2, 3, place some glass, as you guys can see. Then we're going to leave it like that. So now it looks a lot more like a house. And the next step for us to do now is if we open this up, okay, and we close this up, our next step for us to do is, of course, add ourselves some flooring. For the flooring, we're going to use wood. So as you guys can see, now that that is done, all we have to do is we just need to add access points to the next levels. So we got this point here and this point here. So of course, if we are to break this area right here like this, as you guys can see, this is how we access it. Also, don't forget to add some glowstone like that, because or else, you know, your place is going to be very dark. So yeah, as you guys can see, this is how you access this area. Of course, this area is meant to be like some sort of storage area. So what you want to do in this area is, if we just close this off, not close this off entirely, but let's place the glowstone somewhere else. That was just for this video. So if we have like, let's just keep some light in here. Okay, so basically what we need to do for this area is we need to just be able to access this area. So in order for us to do that, I'm going to use a ladder, because if we use stairs, it's going to be very, very hard and it's going to take up a lot of space. So what we need to do is in this corner right here, we need to add 1, 2, 3, 4. And then along here, we're going to keep adding ladders like that. So as you guys can see, we're going to close up every bit except for this bit right here. And this is how you're going to access this level, because if you add stairs, it's going to be very, very small. Then for this layer here, as you guys can see, what we're going to do is we're going to start going from the top, because that's where the window is. And that's where you want to be able to see out. We're going to place a layer of wood along here. So just 1 block underneath the window. So if you're standing on it, you should be able to see out of it like this. Then if we go down here, as you guys can see, we want to count. I think we could just leave. Yeah, we could just leave this area. Yeah, that's what the original build was. Yeah, so the original build, of course, in this area, you just leave this area as a storage area too. So all you want to do is, of course, just, you know, place chests and stuff in here. And so you've got 2 layers of, you know, nice, neat storage that you can also have as a sort of tower. Then, of course, in here, you know, you open this up, you place a door, and you've got another area here, which you can also use as storage / as a lookout tower. So this has been the house tutorial. I think this one was really nice. I think it's really cool. I think it's really great, really spacious, really amazing. And guys, if you did enjoy the video, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll